4 months after taking office, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis today made his first official visit as the nation's leader to the islands of Abaco and Grand Bahama. His packed agenda including an assessment of COVID-19 operations and devastation caused by 2019's Hurricane Dorian. Shashina Rowe-Farquharson of our Northern Service in Freeport leads us off tonight.
The first stop for the nation's leader was in an area commonly referred to as the back of town in the Pine Ridge constituency, where he met approximately 100 young men and women engaged in a cleanup exercise. The short-term employment is the brainchild of the Ministry for Grand Bahama, who has collaborated with private partners and the police force to clean up the area and use the abandoned homes by the police force as a shelter in the coming weeks.
And we've had corporate Grand Bahama, along with the Ministry of Grand Bahama and the police, will be undertaking the renovations and repair of all these buildings. There's about 14 of them. And therein, they will relocate those persons who are now living in that kind of condition in the dilapidated state that I saw today. And they'll be relocated there for a short period.
Prime Minister Davis commending Minister Moxie for the initiative, adding that counseling and rehabilitation efforts will also be a part of the program.
And that might take 2 to 3 months, and hopefully we'll find jobs for them afterwards so they can then go on their own. And that exercise is one that I'm advised by the minister she'll continue, because that number of persons that we're dealing with is much more. Persons find themselves in that situation, and we need to find relief for them. In the meantime, that also creates some jobs for some Bahamians, and I note this morning, even though it's a short-term exercise, at least it's something to do.
And he says while it is a short-term project, the aim is to find a way to keep these young people working.
I know it's only a 1-week job, but I've charged the ministers to look at how we can keep them going in the future.
Minister Moxie says this is what partnership is all about.
Corporate community coming together and adopting a house. And so they'll adopt that a home and they will get it restored, and so it'll be at their cost. We're looking at not just halfway homes for some of the people that need it the most, but we're also looking at shelters for battered women and other community centers and other initiatives. And so, again, we are very, very excited about the plans moving forward, and just want to really, thank the Prime Minister for always supporting our initiatives.
And she adds that much more of these types of projects are needed in the interim as Grand Bahama begins to bounce back.
What we're appealing to really is corporate, social responsibility. And, you have the major companies that are doing well, but right next door you have people who can't eat, and that can't be right. And so what we're looking at is to tap into the heart of these organizations, and really when you present it to them, they're all on board. So they want to play a role. I think they just haven't been asked before.